All right. I think, oh, there we are. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Hello, hello. Welcome back. So glad you guys could join me this morning. I think today is what is numbered today? I don't even know. Let's double check. We are just crushing it, you guys. I think we are on today is number of our 40-day live blessing. We are currently, this is number 22. So yeah, and yesterday I loved yesterday's. Oh my gosh, did I love yesterday's? Hopefully you guys did too. Yeah. Yeah, so amazing and so good. Now I'm starting to see everybody joining in. Thank you so much. Let's see, here we go from Romania. Phenomenal. Good morning. Good morning. So good. From Oro Valley, Arizona, from Wales. So cool. Oh my gosh, you guys. I do love Virginia. Hello, hello. Love these meditations. Fantastic. Yeah, I did see that there's some crazy stuff going on in terms of like the earth right now, that there's definitely a ton of volcanic explosions and crazy stuff, earthquake in Japan and tsunami. I will tell you guys, when I was in Japan with my kids, just what was it? We were there like earlier this month or last month in November. And one night I had a dream. I do have prophetic dreams, and I can usually tell they're prophetic. There's usually signs of prophecy. So, and this one I felt was a prophetic dream. I was up high looking down, and it didn't feel like a dream. It felt like I was being shown, and I saw, and I believe it was Japan, because I was in Japan and I saw like a sort of a coastline like this. And then I saw a very large volcano that was back inland, and it had gone off, and the lava came out sort of in a fan shape and just was rushing off into the ocean. It was crazy. And it was a dream, but did make me think, as I'm seeing all this activity going off, around the ring of fire all the way around, the angels and the other creation said before that there would be a lot of activity everywhere, that it would be a lot of, and I think it was recently came through in one of the Friday lives, that there would be a lot of stuff everywhere. And sure enough, that's exactly where we are. It's like, oh my gosh, all these things going off. So, but that's good, you guys. I mean, as long as, like, if they can go off in places where there are no people, right? Like, I mean, because it can happen that way, where it's like, yeah, there's a volcano over here, and it's like, oh, and it doesn't actually, have much of an impact in terms of life. But the earth needs to to release. Like, the earth needs to let loose its stuff, just like we do. Like, we release things come up and we heal, and the earth needs to have stuff come up and heal. So yeah. Anyways, we'll just send blessings and send love. To me, the guidance is to try to soften the impacts, right? To allow the earth her moment to heal, but to try to help by sending love and acceptance to help soften the impact. Yeah. And here you're saying, see, hello from my car, wrapped with blankets. Afterwards, I go back to frame for an hour in the MOC energy. Oh my goodness. I hope you're warm. I hope you're warm. So, all right, you guys. So is everybody ready to see where we go today? I am. I'm ready to see what happens. Excited to see where it takes us. Does MOC know us individually, or knows us all and she knows us individually? Absolutely individually. Yeah. Very, very cool. And what's cool is that, so we all have her energy inside of us, and I think we get into the mindset that spirit is hierarchical. And my understanding is that it is not. It's layers. That it is I was talking before about, it's like how things break, and how would I describe it? Well, anyways, so imagine that in that example that MOC gave in one of her channeling, she gave the idea that there's this, the lungs, and the lungs separate and they break apart, and then there's smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller vessels until you get down to the very, very ends. And those, each layer of that. So if you were to follow that backward from the end point to the first node, and to the slightly bigger node, and to the slightly bigger node, each of those are like worlds, right? Each of those are like levels in the layer cake, but each one is valid. Just because, like, so for example, say that you as an expression of your higher self, and every other self that your higher self has expressed, you're sort of at one layer. And then at your higher self, there could also be a whole bunch of layers. And then it's like the Russian dolls, like one inside the next, inside the next, inside the next. Each one is a fully embodied figure. Each one has the exact same details, the exact same. It's just they're operating at a different layer of reality, a different layer of consciousness. So yeah, and each one, but here's the key is, each one is fully empowered. And so each of us has the full ability, like the energy of the mother creation that she works with. We all have it just as much. We have just as much as she does. So there's no, the only difference is that as we work through these layers, that some of them started sooner, right? So they're further ahead on the path, but they're not better. It's just they've been around a little longer, right? They're further down the pathway, and we will all get there. And it's not a race. It's meant to be like savor the journey, get as much out of the journey as we go. So yeah, but I think we are done a disservice by many of the religions that install so much fear about, like, that God is angry, and that you have to do it a certain way, or you're doing it wrong. And yeah, it's just not my experience at all. Not my experience at all. Yeah, that every experience is valid. That yes, when we transition into spirit, like, all we feel is love. But that's like proof right there. That's proof that our life is meant to teach us and to show us aspects of ourselves. Yeah, and that there's no part of you, even someone who lives what would be considered a really dark life, what we would consider to be a really dark life, someone who is hurtful and mean and dangerous and things like that. They may have soul contracts where they show up in people's lives in ways that challenge them and push them into their light. You just don't know how it all comes to pass. I think if somebody really loses their path, if they really lose their path, where they're truly off base and they're not growing, then that's different. But I do believe we could look at some of the people that we would maybe say are very activated in our reality, who are creating a lot of tumult, right? Of people in our reality who we would point to and say, wow, that person is creating a lot of I can't even come up with a word right now. This always happens as I start getting close to channeling. I lose my words. Argument and chaos and stuff like that. And somebody who's creating that, and we could say, well, I wonder if they chose that path, if they meant to take that path, so that they could create challenge for people, so they could bring stuff up to the surface, all the stuff, the polarization. Yeah, people who are highly polarizing. And I look at that and I say, what kind of, maybe that soul, sometimes you could look at someone who would say, oh my gosh, that person is so off their rocker. They could be a very highly evolved soul who chose to come in and to play that role on purpose in order to serve humanity at this time where polarization is needed. We don't know, right? We don't know. So yeah, they have contracts to trigger. Exactly. Yes, totally agree. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Norma. So, all right, you guys. So, shall we go in? Let's do it. You guys relax and take a breath, and let's see where we go. And I'm going to also do a secondary recording just in case. There we go. Drop down from your tailbone, a nice thick root. Oh, sorry. Let me make sure I've paused all syncing. You guys know we have this issue. There we go. Got it. We should be good. Now we start again. All right. And follow that root down from your tailbone all the way down through the floor and down into the ground. And follow it down with your mind as it grows and extends, going deeper and deeper into the earth. Following it down where it's dark and cool, extending longer and longer. And follow it all the way down to the very, very center of the earth. And when it reaches that center point, feel the root sprout and anchor itself in. As it does, notice that the root is pulling gently and becoming taut. And feel as that tautness moves all the way up the root and all the way up your spine, anchoring you securely to the earth. Excellent. And if I and the angels have your permission to see and work with your energy today in the Mother of Creation, please give us your verbal assent. Yes? It's okay that I don't hear you. Thank you. I'd like to ask the angels to please help me to be a clear channel of healing and information for our group gathered here today and for all those listening on the recording for our highest and best good. And please help us to receive this healing and information. Thank you. Okay, I will stay in my body now as I connect. Bring in MOC and she will set sacred space. And she's rising up from inside of us. Into this space, I'd like to invite our three archangels and please ask you to clear us, each and every one of us, of any energies that are not in our highest and best good, any energies that are not our own or that are not in the light. Please clear us, clear our fields, clear our possessions and belongings, our technology and the space that we are in. Thank you. And just take a breath and relax. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, I will go deeper and bring in MOC. Good morning and hello and welcome, 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 welcome back. I'm so glad to be together once more. The indication for enlightenment is not what you are expecting. It is not an open doorway through which you walk and are always there. It is not a position that you hold that is above, that is held high. It is not something that you achieve and let go of reality. It is a way of staying together within the earth while also connected fully to what you are in spirit. It is enlightenment. You are fully enlightened within the body. The body has anchored itself fully to the earth plane and absorbed all of the quality of light that it is capable of. This is what enlightenment means, that you are fully embodied, fully endowed with the allness of you. And it is achievable, not all at once. Sometimes it comes in waves of acknowledging what you are. It comes wave upon wave, and it can come and go as you are moving through density, moving through the own waves of understanding that you have, as you are stretching, yes, stretching into greater and greater depths of your own perception. I wish to bring this up now as we are standing together, as we are holding hands, as you are relaxing, as you are opening your field of understanding to holding greater and greater depths of who you are. And we stand together now as you are resting and relaxing at the edge of the ocean, and the waves are coming slow and easy up the sand and touching at your toes, touching at your feet. And as they pull away, you notice that your feet sink slightly in the sand, as if the sand erodes from underneath you as the weight of your body presses and anchors itself more deeply into the earth. And be aware as the water rises towards you, as the waves move up, pushing against the shore, pushing their way up closer and closer to you, swirling now around your feet, swirling underneath and around, and you sink ever so slightly into the sand, and the sand moves around you as you connect more deeply with the earth. Each wave brings you understanding, depth. Your inner turmoil finds its pathways, finds its way of perception. As the wave come closer, the air around you feels full of salt and sea. You smell, you inhale deeply and bring it into your lungs, into your body. The wetness of the sea fills you, drawing it in acceptance, allowing yourself to be carried as if you are part of the sea. The air is saturated, dense. You draw it in and it feeds you, it fills you, it nourishes you. And you are holding each breath just for a moment before you exhale, allowing the air to saturate your soul in the air of new beginnings, in the air of potentials. And as the waves continue to rise towards you, swirling now higher around your ankles, deepening the quickness as it rises, as the sea comes closer to you, as the waves enrich you. And you feel each wave as it swirls around your feet. And as you let go with each release, as the waves pull back into the ocean, drawing away from you what is no longer needed. Take a breath of inhale as the next wave comes towards you, bringing with it perception. Perception. What is needed here? What do I need to perceive? What have I forgotten? What will move me into planes of acceptance I cannot see now? Do not reach for it. Simply breathe and allow the ocean, allow the earth to be the bridge to what you need as the ocean draws closer to you and swirls around your feet and draws from you those obstacles to perception, that which is no longer needed, draining slowly from the bottoms of your feet, carried away into the ocean, carried away into the depths of the sea, and breathing in the freshness, a new perspective as the wave comes in, slow and easy, and wave upon wave now, as they meet each other and reach for you gently, foaming, soft, and easy. They come around you like they know you, like a hello and welcome home. They reach for you playfully, joyfully. You are here, and they are delighted. The sea is delighted. She reaches for you so gently, reminding you you are part of all that is. Perception now widens. Your ability to see deepens. What are you perceiving? What is coming home for you now? What part of your soul needs revealing, wants to be witnessed? What part of you is rising up, asking for forgiveness or acceptance? Allow your body to be your own witness. Allow what is moving inside you to move as it will without insistence. Allow it to circulate inside you as each wave comes towards you, washing away the obstacles to your perception, to your awareness, as they move down through the body and out your feet, and the waves slowly draw them away with ease and grace. And you breathe in perception from the sea, and it fills your nostrils, moves into your lungs, and feeds your soul with strength. Lets the body expand with ease, supple and ready. And what you are, who you are, becomes more crystalline. more readily observed, your truth anchoring itself more deeply into the body without restriction. The body easeful, gentle, allowing, and that which is resistance moving down the legs and out the feet, releasing into the sea, a dialogue you are creating between yourself and the ocean and the earth. And she stirs so gently and brings forward, yes, another wave just for you. Another wave, endless waves, as many as you need, endlessly. The sea offers herself to you in her goodness, again and again, with the gentle parade of the eternal. There is no pressure, there is no hurry. There is only your soul and the ocean together in this gentle play of life giving and receiving, life giving and receiving. And as the buoyant smell of the ocean fills your nostrils again, the perception of yourself, of where you are riddled, what seems unsolvable in your life. Allow this to come into presence with you. The injury here in your upper chest, in your throat, in your heart, and across your shoulders. What feels unsolvable? Where have you struggled? Where are you struggling now? And as you inhale perception, exhale down through the body and give to the ocean those obstacles to your perception, that which is your resistance. And be in the flow of giving and receiving, giving and receiving, giving that which does not serve you, giving that which blocks you, that which harms you, that which holds you, that which keeps you dormant and hidden. Opening now, yes, a little deeper, and allowing more to flow out, letting go without fear. There's nothing you need but self. Letting go. Nothing you need. You have all that you need. You are all that you need. Breathing in gently, the ocean offers perception. And draw this into the lungs, perceiving yourself, a deepening, seeing yourself more clearly now, seeing where work is to be done, where wounds to let go, where harms to settle, what can be allowed and what cannot be allowed anymore, where obligations are too tight, where longings don't serve you, where your heart still aches with want of something external. And in comes the light of divinity, sacred and allowing, and it moves toward you and into the body, close now, a gentle embrace, embracing you, reminding you, you are a cohesive and coherent being, and you have all that you need. There is nothing external that will solve your ache. There is only soul and self. You are all that you need, and you can fill every void. You can love yourself into wholeness. You can fix what feels broken. You can alter what does not serve you. You are all that you need. You are a powerful being, and you are in alignment with your truth, loving yourself more deeply, forever more deeply. And your depths continue. and they are endless. And the more you love, the greater your field, the more you become. And love empowers you to beget love, to create love, to fill this universe with love. You are everything you need. A blessing you are given. A blessing you are given. I say thank you and goodbye. Hi. Hi, you guys. Oh, I'm a little breathless now. How's everybody doing? Wow, yeah, that was so beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I feel dizzy too, dizzy and a little breathless. That was amazing. That energy that came in at the end. Oh my gosh, you guys. Wow. It felt like that was her, that was her energy coming in. That was just so, I just loved it. I just loved it. Wow. Yeah, just amazing. So beautiful. Mm. Yeah, that was really, really cool. Oh, that was your favorite. Yeah, every time I don't want to come back. I know, me too. Wow, 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 you guys. Oh, so incredible. Rocking in the waves. So loving. You're saying, wow, from Switzerland here. Fantastic. So awesome. Thanks for bringing the ocean here. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys. So most powerful gift so far. Yeah, that was just, oh my God. I'm so glad you felt it as much as I did. It is. Wow, especially it was just something about it was so incredibly nurturing, but that energy, and it just came out of nowhere, this energy that rose up, and it just looked like this it was her, her energy, and she just showed up and she came in, and oh my gosh. Yeah, so beautiful. So I can share with you, for anybody that fell asleep, I can share with you what I saw. Yeah, I saw in the beginning, she started off with us, and I saw right when I first started grounding and I started getting connected. Oh, thank you so much, Miranda. Thank you for that. I saw an ocean. I saw right before we got started. Sometimes that happens where they'll give me a little preview. It's like, hey, this is where we're going, and I saw the ocean. I'm like, oh, I wonder what we're gonna do. And then we started, and she immediately was standing next to us and just sort of guiding us through this process. And we were standing on a beach, and it was just open and endless, just open beach. And I saw, and we would stand. She directed our focus, and I just saw this process of the waves slowly coming up the sand, and they started out just a little bit, like coming up and just kind of gradually touching our toes, and then they came up a little bit more and a little bit more until they surrounded our ankles. With every wave they got closer, and it surrounded our ankles. And then it kind of stayed at that level for me. It just kind of stayed right there, and every wave that came up, it would swirl around, and it would pull away, and I could feel myself just really sinking in and connecting to the earth. Just really, it was almost like the sand eroded from underneath, almost like just kind of being scooped up. You know what I mean? Just scooped up and held by the earth. It was really just a lovely feeling, like super supported. And like the ocean was almost just scooping up underneath us and holding us like that, which makes sense because the ocean is a metaphor for the mother of creation. Like, she was the ocean at one point. So this is like her from that life, just amazing. So she and then as we breathed in, then I started to feel like as the wave came in, it was more than just the ocean. Like, it was like air in the ocean, the waves, it was like particles that we were breathing in, and it was that smell, that kind of salty, rich, like earthy smell of the ocean, and we would breathe that in. And each time we did, we were breathing in like the ability, it was like softening whatever resistance we have to seeing ourselves. And it was allowing things to come up and surface in this incredibly gentle way, things that maybe we're struggling with right now. Like, what is it that's on your plate? What is it that's really hard for you right now? And where is it that you feel blocked or struggling, or that is just causing you a lot of grief, or whatever it is. And our resistance to that, like whatever it was that like where we're up against it, where we can't see a path, or we just feel like we can't do it, or whatever it is, that resistance, that internal resistance, the friction is what was softening and moving out. And then we would breathe in a little bit more perception. Thank you. Perception. Yeah, it was all a gift of perception with every wave. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so awesome. You're saying having my feet in the sand, getting washed by the ocean has always been very healing and nurturing. Wow, so awesome. And yes, it was that briny aroma. Exactly, dude. Yeah, so true. What feels unsolvable? Oh my gosh. Yes, right? Yeah, it's so amazing. And so yeah, so then it comes in and then down. And you're saying so you're saying hardly any movement, I feel left out and forgotten. And so you know what I would say for you is I've never been so numb. I keep showing up but nothing. So do not worry if that's the case. Like, notice what you are feeling, that right there, that. And the feeling is the thing that's coming up to the surface, feeling left out and forgotten. Right there, that is what you are healing. So you are doing it, but it's just not showing up the way you expect. It's showing up as a real tangible feeling. It's your reality is showing it to you. But the wound is the wound of feeling left out and forgotten. And that has probably been a part of your life for a really long time. So I am happy for you. Like, that is coming up, because now is the opportunity. Like, come and do this meditation again and again and again, and allow yourself to feel left out and forgotten, and don't resist it. Don't resist it. Feel it as hard as you can feel it, and allow these ways to nurture you through it, and just ease your way through the wound. It's a wound like any other wound, and you can heal it. I've had wounds that I thought that I could never heal, that I thought, wow, that one is just such a part of me. And every time it comes up, I feel so heavy, it'll never move. And then it did. And it did. Like, it moved, and it just shocked me that I thought, like, even, I mean, it's just, it seems like it's not quite as deep, but like my dairy allergy and my gluten allergy, I thought those were forever. I was like, yeah, that's just my life. Nope. It was a wound that I could heal. Amazing. Everything. We can change anything about ourselves. Well, I can't grow. I can't get taller. But you know what I mean? Like the real stuff, the stuff that matters. Yeah. So just like, do it again. And next time, lean in to whatever's coming up for you, and feel it as hard as you can feel it. And I promise you, if you really try, feel it and let the ugly tears come, it's awesome. Really, really awesome. Because that's how you feel it. Your heart is processing the energy, and you move through it, and you take in the learning. But yeah, what a great metaphor, what a great example of what we just went through. And so it's that ability to see ourselves. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I went pink. They're kind of like, almost like a salmony pink. I needed something bright and cheerful. So thank you for noticing. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, just absolutely loved the session together. And then you're saying feeling left out and forgotten came up big this weekend, when I in a very raw, gut wrenching way, where I was sobbed most of the day and did have a reason, but it was very palpable. Steph, oh my gosh. And we have all felt that. Every one of us has felt that at one point, right? And it's painful. It's deeply painful. And I think we all look forward to the new reality, where we're going to have this telepathy, and we're going to be able to connect on such a deep level, and finally feel like really seen and all that. But that's the thing, is when that one comes up, it is healable. And the way we do it is by feeling it. Yeah. Allow, and not judging it, not running away from the feeling. And some of you have heard my story. One of my most embarrassing moments, that stories of my childhood, where talk about feeling left out and alone. That when my family was I had a step family, right? My family's merged with another family, and my mom and stepdad got married when I was like 5 years old. And when I met my stepbrothers and sisters, and thank you, I am Trust, I appreciate you. When I met my stepbrothers and sisters, I remember I was really little. I was probably like 4.5 to 5. And I was sitting on a concrete step with all of them. And I remember very distinctly being with all of them. And I was just a little kid, and they were older. They were like teenagers. They were all like 10, 10 plus years older than me. And they were at that terrible teens age. And I farted because I was 5. And when you're 5, you just let it rip. I farted, and they all were like, "Oh, gross! You're so gross!" And they all left me. Everybody left, and I was there on the, on the steps. It's so terrible. But yes, I had to heal that wound. I had to heal the wound. So I know what you're talking about. And it can come from something like that and then play out in like your whole life, you know? You can have this ripple effect of being like, I'm gross. You know, like I'm all, oh no, they're gonna think I'm gross. So yeah, it's so funny how it comes on. It could be the simplest thing and can leave a mark. But I mean, just an example. But every all of us have it. We all have stuff. You know, stuff happens, and then it leaves a mark, and then we live it out, and it's our karma. But it is all healable. Yes. Thank you, Jay, for loving my fart story. I appreciate you. Felt like I was in the movie Moana where the ocean greeted her and her grandmother. Oh, how beautiful, you guys. And you're saying during your prep before MOC comes in, I'm reminded of the announcements the stewards make before a flight. Please fasten your seatbelts. Confirm we are ready for takeoff. Oh, it is awesome. Oh my gosh. Healing the fart wound. So true. Oh my gosh. And thank you. In terms of the sharing, like it's a journey, like to learn to just let it all hang out. And it's true. And I feel like the more I do, the more at peace I am with myself. And the more we learn the things we worry that people are going to judge us about, they don't. Like nobody cares. I mean, they care, but they don't like the things we worry that people are going to judge us about. People who are very, very judgmental, I just remind myself that that is their own internal dialogue and they are much, much more judgmental of themselves. And so I just try to receive their judgment with compassion and to understand their internal landscape is much harder than what they dish out in judgment to others. You know, that came from where they were judged. It's just part of their wounding. You know, it's just part of the wound. And that wound is learning and it's a gift in its own way. So yeah. All right, you guys. Beautiful, beautiful way to start the day today. I'm so lifted up, so happy. So I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day and tons of love to you. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. for our next round of the 40-day glow up. See you then. Thank you guys so much. Bye-bye.